Hey guys, this is the Mad Chief. How y'all doing today? Today's video is one I received a request for. I'm going to be looking at a game of Halo 5 Forge, multiplayer game, and I'm going to be comparing the highest and lowest graphics quality options to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what they look like and what it takes to run them. So, to start off with, this video is being recorded in 1440p, but the final product will be upscaled to 4K. So you will have a 4K option when you're watching this in YouTube, just to help make sure you get the best quality out of the video possible. Now, the hardware, because this is PC, because this is Halo 5 Forge for PC, I am going to be testing this on. This is running on an RTX 3070 GPU with a 9th gen i7 Intel i7 CPU that is overclocked slightly, not that much. 32 gigs of RAM and an M2 SSD. So, it certainly isn't the best system, but it is by no means any slouch either, and has done me quite nicely since I've put it together. Anyhow, without further ado, I am going to go ahead and cover two maps in this video, showing the worst and the best graphics. I'm going to be starting with the worst. And I will put timestamps down below for both the maps and which graphics settings are running. That way you can see. And yeah. Oh, and I will also go ahead and show you during each test run my system usage, my system resource usage as well, so you can see roughly how, what of the system's being used. So let's go ahead and jump into this. First, going to show you the settings. You can see we have 2560 by 1440, as that is my monitor's native resolution. Maximum texture size 256 is the smallest, so since we're starting with worst graphics, that's what I'm going to leave it on. Frame rate, the options are 60 and 30. So we're going to go ahead and leave that bad boy on 60. VSync off has treated me pretty well so far with this. Effects quality minimum. Texture filtering, the smallest, the least setting I can do is bilinear. Shadows off. Foliage quality number 1, which is minimum. Anti-aliasing off. Ambient occlusion off. Reflection quality low. That's the lowest. And is currently set to the worst graphics possible. So we're going to check out one map on the worst graphics and then the next map on the worst graphics. Then I'm going to change it all to the best, and we're going to go from there. So we're going to be starting here with Stasis. And mind you, this is the worst possible graphics settings that I can set on here. You cannot get it any worse than what it is. Definitely tell the texture filtering is not very good by looking at those edges right there. Mountains definitely look a bit flat. I remember that right there having a bit more detail than it currently does. Overall, not too bad. Very usable. Okay, and if we take a quick look at my system resource usage, see right now I'm pulling down around 30% CPU usage, GPU roughly 70 to 80, VRAM, of which I have 8 gigabytes, I'm using 33%, RAM, of which I have 32 gigabytes, I'm using 32%. You know, it's overall, it's pretty light. Pretty light usage compared to some things I've done on here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into the next map on the minimum graphics settings. You can definitely see the low textures in the suit there and here. We're going to do this one. Yeah, I definitely remember these mountains having a lot more detail than this. This, doesn't look that great. It looks very plasticky, actually. I don't know, I'm not sure if this was in the other map as well, but the arms of my Spartan do not look good. No. Those trees are so-so. Definitely good movement. Nothing to complain about there. And my system resource usage looks practically identical to the last map. So not bad either. Okay, let's switch to maximum settings. After I switch to maximum, I'll show you that. I will go back, check out Stasis again, and then jump back over here to Alpine. And we'll see how much better it all looks. Still have this set on the max resolution my monitor supports, which is what the actual recording's taking place in before I upscale it. Maximum texture size, 256 is the smallest, 4096 is the largest. So maximum texture size is maxed out. effects quality is maxed out. Texture filtering is maxed out. Shadows are on, high. Foliage quality is max, 8, which is max. Anti-aliasing is on. Ambient occlusion is on. Reflection quality is high. Let me just take one more look at these. And we look good. All right. Doesn't seem to have updated the textures on my Spartan model here yet. But oh well. Alright, we are going to start with Stasis, since that's what we started on with the worst graphics. And let's see how much better it looks. The arms on my Spartan model don't seem to look much different, and I don't quite remember how long they've been like that. Sorry for the sirens you may hear in the background. I have my window open because it's a little warm. Yeah, those mountains have so much more detail in them, as well as the wall right here. The wall here previously was really quite blurry. Those mountains look so much more rounded out. I mean, really, everything looks much better in my opinion. We don't see those jagged edges on the ledge up here. Not like before. Yeah, it really is a big difference in my opinion. Let's check system usage. Definitely have a little bit higher VRAM usage. Other than that, the GPU usage is actually lower now, which is interesting to say the least. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty close to the same usage for me versus before. Okay, let's jump over to Alpine real quick and see the difference there. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why the Spartan model still looks this bad. There may be a need for me to actually restart the game or something to get that to update, which I'm not quite sure why that would be, but yeah. Okay, let me switch over to Alpine here. Actually, I wanna. Yep, Spartan model's still bad. Okay. Also, something just to remember as we're going through these, and I'm showing you what everything looks like, is this was made, don't quote me on this, but I think back in, I want to say 2016, and I don't think it's been touched by 343 since. So, it's not necessarily going to be perfect. Oh, those mountains look so much better in this that you can actually see foliage on the ground. I mean, this is already looking so much improved. Those mountains no longer look like plastic, they look like real mountains, as do these. Oh man, I mean, this whole thing looks so much better. So much of an improvement. Even the trees look better, I think. You can actually see grass. I don't think you could actually see the grass before. I think it was being blocked out. Yeah, that just gives you an idea right there of how much the quality settings are affected, um, and what a more powerful computer might look like playing this versus what one not quite as powerful might look like. Let me take a look at the resource usage for you again here. You know what? I mean, really, it's pretty similar to the other times we looked at it. Bit higher VRAM usage, but other than that, everything else is pretty similar. Um, yeah. So anyhow, I do hope this has been helpful for you. I hope this is something that has helped you if you're looking at building a computer and wanting to make sure that whatever you make is something that can support Halo 5 Forge for PC. Um, you know, and if you need to hear what hardware I am running, go ahead and check back in the beginning of the video, near my opening statements, where I do have that information for you. But anyhow, yeah, if you enjoyed this, please leave a like and a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. If there's any other requests that anybody has, feel free to let me know, and I will gladly look into them. And if there's something I can do, I will work on them and get them out when I'm able to. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And until next time, this has been the Mad Chief. Thanks.